Hello, I hope you are well. Today's topic is time. Okay, this is the clock face. The number range is that from 1 till 12. Okay, this is what we call a clock face, and every clock at least um, comes with has two hands. Okay, which later on we'll discuss also the names of these hands. Okay, where do we use time? First question. We use time in our homes. Okay, perhaps in your kitchen or somewhere else, perhaps at airports. The time for takeoff and perhaps landing, departures and arrivals. At train stations, the timetables, schedules, or whatever, etc. Practically, time is all around us. So, the first question. If we were in class, I would ask you this question, and you are expected to perhaps figure out where these clocks are situated, are found around the world. You guess the country. Okay, I'm allowing you some time. Perhaps some of you have been abroad, and perhaps some, all right, are familiar with these clocks. This is the first clock. It's just an introduction, just to get things going. Okay. This particular clock is found in Prague, the Czech Republic. This one, what we called in class the crazy clock, because the hour hand is doing what the minute hand should be doing, right? The other way around. This particular clock is found in Serbia, in Belgrade, the capital city of Serbia. Another clock, as you can see, right? Clocks are all around us. Time is all around us. This one's in Slovakia. This one, very particular. It's in Munich, Germany. And I guess that you are familiar with this one. That was in Malta, in Dino, the old capital city. Anyway, the point is that time, right, clocks, watches, whatever, right, are all around us, okay? They are continually used. Okay, these are some very important words that we will be using, because today, right, we are discussing the concept of time. This is what we call, okay, the terminology that has to do with time. Okay, this vocabulary will be used frequently today, right? The o'clock, when the minute hand is pointing towards 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, be it 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever. Half past, right? When the minute hand is pointing towards 6, the number 6, hour, minutes make an hour, 60 minutes in fact, right? The hour hand, the shorter hand, in other words, and the minute hand, the longer hand. Perfect. Now, which hand is the hour hand? Okay, this is the question that I'm asking you, and I'm allowing you time to figure out, okay, which hand is the hand that we call the hour hand, right? The hand that is responsible for telling us the hour, not the minutes. Not how many minutes have passed, but how many hours have passed. Which one? I'm allowing you time, okay? Think it through, and very soon we'll figure out which hand is what we call the hour hand. Perfect. Okay, the hand that is being circled in red is actually the hour hand, the shorter hand, okay? Therefore, the purpose of the hour hand is to show us, okay, how many hours have passed. Not minutes, but hours. Now, the minute hand, if it's not one, it's the other, okay? It's the longer hand, and the minute hand is responsible for telling us how many minutes have passed, okay? Now, how many hours in a day? At this stage, this is not of priority, okay, but it's something extra. It's a bonus, okay? How many hours in a day? It's good for you to know, okay? It's good for you to know. I'm allowing you time, okay, to point this out, perhaps with your parents, okay? Think it through, and we'll soon discover how many hours there are in a day. That's 24 hours, okay? 24 hours. How many minutes in an hour? Earlier on, I pointed this out. I've said how many minutes there are in an hour. I'm allowing you time. Perfect, that's a total of 60 minutes. Okay, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. A total of, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour, in an hour. Okay? Now, how many minutes in half an hour? Okay, divide 60 by 2. What is half? 60, halving, halving and doubling. Half of 60 is 30. Therefore, there must be 30 minutes in half an hour. 60 minutes in a whole hour and 30 in half. Okay, let us review the purpose of the hour hand. Okay, so that's the hour hand, the shorter hand, and the longer hand is the minute hand. Their purpose: the hour hand, it shows the hour, and the minute hand, it's there. Okay, its purpose is to show whether it is at the stage, okay, whether it is 1/2 or o'clock. Okay, when the minute hand is on the 12, it's pointing towards 12, the longer hand, right? What we refer to as the minute hand. Therefore, the time must be o'clock. Like in this case, okay? If the minute hand, right, when the minute hand is on the 6, the number 6, we use 1/2. Okay? Perfect. Now, you need to figure out the time now. I will allow you time. I will present you with several clock faces, and you need to tell the time, okay? It's actually 9 o'clock. It is actually 9 o'clock, okay? Note how the longer hand is pointing towards 12 and the shorter hand is pointing towards 9. Therefore, it must be 9 o'clock. Not 9:30, but 9 o'clock. Another example. Yet another example. Okay, the time is 3 o'clock. Note how the shorter hand is pointing towards 3, and the longer hand is pointing towards 12. That indicates o'clock. 5 o'clock. Be careful. The shorter hand, the hour hand, is between 6 and 7. Okay, that should indicate that in this case the time is not an o'clock. Okay, and the longer hand, once again, is pointing towards the number 6, therefore the time should be in half past, and it actually is 6:30. Minute hand facing the number 6, that's 1:30. The minute hand is facing number 6 again, the shorter hand between 5 and 6. I'm allowing you time, a couple of seconds. Time is up. Right? The time's 5:30. 7 o'clock. Half past 6. Excuse me, 11:30. The shorter hand is between 11 and 12, and the longer hand is facing 6. Therefore, it must be 6:30. Okay. This is the time when school finishes and you're sent home. Right, 2:30. Now, in the case, if we were in the classroom, okay, we would use the math toolbox after organizing it. Perhaps you used it in year 2 as well, but because we're at home, we cannot do this, right? Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you're doing well and keeping up with all these weird circumstances. And if you have any difficulties, please do not hesitate to ask. Alright, write me on Microsoft Teams and I'll get back to you. Okay, take care and stay safe.